What's up guys, it's Jim Muirhead here, and as you can see from this fantastic vista behind me, I'm in the Lake District today in the north of England. I'm actually just here on a 2-day trip with my wife, who surprised me very nicely because it's my birthday next week with a couple of days away, and we've been staying in an Airbnb place called Near How, which is about 8 miles outside Keswick, which is I suppose one of the main towns in the lakes. So it's a fantastic place. It's kind of like a converted farmstead, converted barn, in a field, up a hill, up a track, middle of nowhere, and fantastic panoramic views off the hills around in the lakes. So yeah, if you're considering a trip here, do check them out. You can book for a night, you can book for a couple of nights or a week, and they're really lovely people there. Near How, I think they've got a website, so check it out. Today, my wife let me off the leash for a couple of hours, so I've actually just driven outside Keswick about 6 miles, and I parked the car and just got out and got up into the hills. I actually don't even know where I am, to be honest, and I'll be saying that throughout the video, so apologies for being so geographically ignorant about the lakes, but I'll be pointing out different kind of features in the landscape and things around, and asking you guys to help me to figure out where I've been today. So if you'd be so kind to do that, that would be very helpful. Please comment in the boxes below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. My videos go up about every couple of months. I'm afraid they're not that frequent. But if you like hiking, if you like bushcraft, if you like kayaking, things like that, then do subscribe for more of that. If you want to check out my previous videos, the last batch involved camping and bushcraft in Kielder in the north of England, Kielder Forest Park. So it's building a shelter, building a fire, that kind of thing. My next trip in May, in about a month's time, will be up to the Isle of Lewis in the Outer Hebrides of Scotland, which is where my family are from. And when I'm there, I hope to do some kayaking in the sea, perhaps kayak to a small island, and also a sort of camping and fishing trip. So if that sounds like it's up your street, then please do like, please do subscribe, and click for notifications as well. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you at the top of the hill. So I really haven't gone far guys, but look at this for a view. Awesome. Sun's coming out. I'm headed up there. Gorgeous. It's a steep climb this, just to give you an idea. Very steep. Look at that for a view though, fantastic. So here we are folk, we've summited as it were, give you a panoramic view. Lovely mountains. I think that's 360. What I love about the lakes is this little hill I've come up, you can very easily nip down there, up to the next one, over to the next ridge, over to that one, over to that one, right along. I mean, if you're keen enough, I suppose, and you took a whole day in the summer, you can knock out several, I don't know, 10 peaks, which places in the Highlands it's like that. There's, you know, a Munro which is adjoining another Munro, or a Marlin, which you can kind of knock out fairly easily. But the lakes is definitely unique, I think, for that. I mean, just the proximity of the hills to one another and their accessibility as well. You can see some snow on the peaks up there, directly straight ahead, so they're pretty high. I know that the hill near where we were staying, which is called Blencartha, or Blencathra, is it's above 2,000 feet, so I mean it's not big by Scottish Highland standards, but it's a fair old height, and you can understand it having snow on the top, even after several weeks without snow. So gorgeous, just drinking in the view up here, especially that very distinctive peak up there which the road goes up. I think that's fantastic. Disappointingly, I think it looks like that road which winds up that ridge there is not a public road. Like something to do with the centre maybe. Maybe you can, I don't know, cycle up it. But it looks to me like the main road dips down past it and goes kind of round the corner down there, which is sad because I was hoping that you could, you know, take your car up there. It is awfully steep indeed. I'm sure you could walk up it at least, and that would be a great, very accessible route for anyone. So given the weather conditions, which are looking good, I mean they're consistent all day and actually getting better towards the end of the evening. Apologies for the weird camera panning. I think I'm going to proceed a bit. So you can see up there is another hill, and I think on top of there, that little dimple there, that little nipple, looks like a cairn. So I think if I can make it all the way up to there and get to that cairn, I'll have conquered something. Probably a hill with a name which sounds mildly imposing, which is something I can go back to work on Monday and say to my colleagues, you know, I went for a hike. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, I did, I don't know, Glen Scaffold Pike Hill or whatever it's called. I'm talking nonsense now. So that's the plan now. I have proceeded from down there. I've come up, I've come along the ridge down to this spot. I'm going to carry on up there to that cairn. That'll probably be my like snack and lunch spot because I'll be pretty goose by the time I get up there. And then I'll come back the way I came to the car. It's about 2:30 now. It gets dark about 8 o'clock these days, and you don't want to be ever stuck out on a hill when it's dark, because obviously it's treacherous enough coming down steep slopes, but when it's dark and you can't see where you're putting your feet, it's particularly dangerous. So top tip to any of you who fancy hiking and haven't done it before, make sure you plan well, time-wise, allow plenty of daylight, and allow extra time to take it easy on the way back, because in my experience, coming down a hill is far harder than going up a hill, because your legs are fatigued and gravity is working against you, pushing you down. And you know, I know people that are seasoned walkers and hikers that have come down a fairly, you know, gentle slope and put their foot in the wrong place and broken an ankle, had it in a cast for weeks. So yeah, top tip, walk when you can see. Yeah, that'll go down in the best quotes of history. So I've reached the next ascent here, guys, and I've actually decided that instead of continuing along there all the way to that flat ridge in the distance and working my way up there, all the way up to the top, which will take a long time, I've seen this little gully that goes up there, and it's much more direct. It doesn't look too steep. It'll probably involve some scrambling and a bit of careful kind of footwork, but that shouldn't be too bad in these conditions. It's not wet, it's not slippy, got plenty of time. It's not actually even that windy, which amazes me. I think it just must be in a sheltered spot here. I'm sure when I get to the top of there it'll be like gale force hurricane, but I'm gonna eat my words. But yeah, lovely and calm, and stoked for this next section here. Brought along some Kendal mint cake, which is a local delicacy here and something I've heard of before actually. Basically it's pure sugar, but it's mint flavoured and it tastes good. It looks like that. Packed full of energy. I understand that they actually had Kendal mint cake. I think George Mallory and his expedition when they went up Everest, this was the kind of food they had to keep them energised. So in terms of food with a mountain pedigree, a mountain tradition, doesn't get more rad than Kendal mint cake, even on the little hills around the Lake District. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy some of this, and that should give me some energy to get up that next bit there, which is looking pretty nasty. So I've reached the cairn, made it to the top. Again, not sure what the hill's called, but there you go. Fantastic view. There's actually a lake through there. I don't know if you can make it out. I'll zoom in. Down the other side there. So the direction I came from was over here, Keswick, and I came up through a pass. The road goes through here, through this kind of glen, and over to the other side there's another lake there. So perhaps you could comment and let me know what those lakes are called. The one near Keswick, the one near there. Guys, I have to say this is the calmest mountaintop lunch I've ever had. I almost feel like whispering. Listen. It's absolutely silent and still. My experience in Scotland is you go up a hill, you take maybe 4 hours to get to the top. It's lashing with rain, you can't see anything, it's freezing, you know, you try and jam half a sandwich down and then you're shivering, so you go back and just turn back and start making your way back down, and maybe halfway down again you stop and have a proper bite to eat and a cup of tea and that, but there's nowhere you'll go really, apart from in the height of summer, where you're actually going to want to sit at the top and chill out. A few minutes ago there, the sun came out and I just sat with my head back and closed my eyes, and it was actually warm. It's April. Yeah. So there's a benefit to the lakes, you know. Nice, calm, serene mountaintops. It's a little bit windier at the very top there, if you want to go get the view, but this is excellent. I'm enjoying myself. Hope you are too, eh? Just one last panorama before I just start tracking down. Check this out. Lovely. So I've come pretty far. I'll be heading straight down there. See that wall? Following that, which dips over and down steeply the other side, which is the wall, if you remember at the start of the video, I came up next to. So I've come all the way up here and on further up past there to the ridge. So yeah, quite a long way to go. Actually, I think it would be awesome if I had enough strength slash, you know, energy to get a mountain bike up here, because on a day like this, you know, it's dry, there aren't that many rocks really, you could just bike all the way down there. Get off when it gets too steep, but it'd be fantastic fun. Maybe another day, yeah? Maybe another day. Well, here I am at the last stretch. There's the wall that I originally followed up, and it goes all the way down to the car, which is there. Yeah, see that black dot there? So it's very steep, this, and precarious on the way down, as I think I said earlier. You've got to watch your steps, so it'll probably take me 3/4 of an hour to get down there. But yeah, plenty of daylight. Look how lovely that is. The sun's come out, the clouds have all cleared. It wasn't 100% visibility earlier, but now it is, and you know, it's hard not to keep stopping, because that's just, you know, amazing, beautiful view. And we've reached the bottom. There's the car. Oh yeah. There's a little stream here to cross. Quite nice, really. Oh. Go down here. Oh. Final clue, guys. There's something called a coast-to-coast bridleway here. There's a way along there, probably to Keswick, I guess. So on the road now, just walking down to the car. Well, that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks again for watching. If you want more of this kind of thing, of the lakes, of the highlands, of bushcraft, then please do like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, cheers.